Well, we always talk about the final 48 hours, and usually we have a few more hours than that. We have 50, 52. Sometimes we have as many as 60 if we're playing a night game. But this one, we're pretty close to the final 48, and that's just telling the guys to really lock in over the next 2 days, try to get rid of any distractions they might have, make sure they're eating the proper food that's going to fuel them to play the best they can, hydrate. So that's not an issue or problem. It's going to be close to 80 degrees, I believe, on Saturday. So it's going to be a little warmer than normal in mid-November. And then study your playbook a little bit more. Take care of tickets, all those things that happen. People are all of a sudden start calling you the closer you get to the game, and now you're not locked in on what you should be locked in on. So good workout today. We probably did a little bit more against triple on Monday than we normally do, the triple option. But I thought we've had a good week, and then we need to have another great day of preparation tomorrow.
Questions for Coach Willie, Tim Shaster, a guy you awarded a scholarship to in the spring, before fall practice, he got his first start last week. How did he grade out? And it looks like he's taking it to get a second start. How has he done for you?
Did a nice job. He really did. He's one of those guys that came in and just worked extremely hard. Just loved being on the team, but every day he was trying to get a little bit better. And he went from a guy that, hey, this is a really good walk-on we got, to, hey, this guy might be able to play for us someday, to, hey, this guy might start, and got a few guys banged up, and he jumped in there. And, when you're prepared, it's easy to take advantage of a situation that occurs that's going to help you out. Some guys, all of a sudden they get thrown in a game, they weren't prepared, and it's a disaster. But he was, completely and totally prepared and didn't catch him off guard. And every game that he's been involved in since he's been here, he's prepared like he was going to start. So really happy for Tim.
How did he get here? Was he a guy you guys recruited as a preferred walk-on, or a guy who showed up?
Well, he's a preferred walk-on, but if you ask the coaches, whenever anybody does well, everybody was responsible for it. And whenever a guy doesn't do well, I was the one who made the decision, right? So I've got 2 or 3 coaches that have taken credit for him. So, well, I'll let those guys fight it out later.
Josh Rimitich is back practicing this week. Is he close to 100% recovered from
He's getting much closer. I'm really proud of Josh. That was a significant illness that he endured, and it just was, heck, he tried to play in the Houston game and just couldn't. And, it took him, 3-4 weeks to get over this. And, but he's stayed involved. He's working. He's going to play a little bit, on Saturday, and then I think he's going to be full go. But he lost quite a bit of weight. He's put a lot of it back on. But he's really, handled this with a lot of class, because it's a tough deal. A lot of guys would be woe is me and all that kind of stuff. So really, really proud of Josh.
Do you feel like Army's going to use the same quarterbacks they used in their last 2 games with the 2 guys? Have you heard it's kind of a mystery situation there with their quarterbacks?
Well, they're not going to tell us. I called Coach Monk and I asked him, and he didn't tell me what. No, I didn't call him. But they've got some guys that are doing a good job, and that's kind of what you do. If guys are doing a nice job, you keep rotating them. One guy is clearly the dude. You play him more. So it's not a bad thing when you rotate guys. That's a good thing. It means you got 2 guys. Most of the time it's a good thing. There's been some times I've done it just to make sure they stay fresh, but they've got some confidence in those guys, and if one guy obviously plays a lot better than the other guy, they'll probably roll with a hot hand.
Anything else here?